For a century, these two objects lived in different worlds. One was for your data, the other was for your commute. But as of January 16, 2026, those worlds have officially collided. When Prime Minister Mark Carney signed the EV-for-Canola deal in Beijing, the headlines focused on the numbers: 49,000 cars, 6.1% tariffs, and billions in Prairie grain. But the real story isn't the trade balance. The real story is that for the first time in history, the most advanced technology on four wheels isn't coming from Detroit, Stuttgart, or Tokyo. It's coming from the high-tech hubs of Shenzhen and Shanghai. Today, we are going to look past the politics. We are going to look at the machines themselves. We'll explore the magic features that have never been seen on a Canadian road, the rugged SUVs that laugh at a Winnipeg winter. When you step inside these new imports, the first thing you'll notice is what's missing: buttons. Take the Xiaomi YU7. Xiaomi didn't start as a car company, they started as a phone company. Because of this, the car doesn't just connect to your phone, it is your phone. The smart cabin: imagine a 16-inch 3K display that controls your home. As you pull onto your street in Montreal or Calgary, your car automatically tells your home to turn on the lights, preheat the oven, and open the garage door. The sunflower screen: in the Zeekr 01, the central screen actually turns. If you're driving, it tilts toward you. If you're parked and your passenger wants to watch a movie, it swivels toward them. This is human-centric tech that makes our current safety features look like they belong in the 1990s. I know what you're thinking. That's great for a sunny day in California, but will it start in minus 30 degrees Celsius? Chinese manufacturers have an advantage here that we often overlook. Northern China is just as cold as the Canadian prairies. Brands like BYD and Li Auto have spent years testing in places like Inner Mongolia, where the mercury drops to minus 40 degrees Celsius. Pulse heating: traditional EVs lose range because they have to use energy to warm the battery. BYD's Blade battery uses pulse self-heating. It essentially vibrates the electrons inside the battery to create heat from within. This allows the car to charge 20% faster in the dead of winter. The frack-proof SUV: look at the Chery iCar 03. It looks like a rugged Jeep, but it's built with an all-aluminum frame and a snow mode that adjusts the torque to each wheel 100 times per second. The EV or extended range EV revolution is here. For those in the coldest part of Canada, the Li Auto L9 is the game changer. It's an extended range vehicle. It has a massive battery for your daily city driving, but it also carries a small gas generator. When it hits minus 35 degrees Celsius and the battery struggles, the generator kicks in. You get the torque and silence of an EV with the never-get-stranded reliability of a gas tank. If you want to know why these cars are winning global awards, look at the Yangwang U8. It is a luxury SUV that does things we thought were physically impossible. The tank turn. Because it has a motor for every single wheel, the U8 can spin 360 degrees on the spot. If you're in a tight parking garage in downtown Toronto, you don't need to three-point turn. You just spin the car around like a top. Floating mode. This SUV is waterproof to a level we've never seen. If you get caught in a flash flood, something we're seeing more of in BC and Ontario, the car is designed to float. It can actually use its wheels like paddles to navigate you to dry land. It's not a boat, but it's the closest thing to one with a license plate. The in-car cinema: in the Li Auto Mega, the back seats don't just recline, they turn into zero-gravity sofas. A 21-inch screen drops from the ceiling, and the 21-speaker Dolby Atmos system turns the cabin into a private movie theater. Oh, and there's a built-in refrigerator that can keep your drinks at exactly 5 degrees Celsius or warm your coffee to 50 degrees Celsius. How do we get these machines here? It is a massive logistical dance. Right now, there are row-on row-off ships as tall as office buildings, carrying 7,000 cars each moving toward BC. To avoid the traffic jams we saw in 2024, the government has designated the port of Prince Rupert as a tech gateway. But once they land, where do they go for service? The mall first model: you won't find these cars at traditional dealerships on the edge of town. They are coming to the malls. Xiaomi is opening flagship stores in Yorkdale and Metrotown. You'll go in to buy a tablet, and you'll leave with a test drive. Because these cars are software-based, 80% of repairs don't require a garage. If your door handle acts up, a technician in a van comes to your office parking lot, plugs in a laptop, and fixes it while you're in a meeting. As we close, I want you to think about the word choice. Buying an electric car in Canada feels like buying a first-class plane ticket just across the street. The Carney-Xi Agreement has broken that binary. By opening our ports to the first 49,000 of these smartphones on wheels, we aren't just letting in products, we are letting in a new standard of what a car should be. This is a bridge. It's a bridge built on Canadian canola and Chinese silicon. It's a bridge that ensures our farmers can feed the world while our families can afford to drive into the future. Remember that Ontario is not Canada. So, this summer, when you see a car with a name you don't recognize spinning 360 degrees in a parking lot or keeping a family warm in a blizzard without a drop of gas, don't be surprised. It's just the new Silk Road, and it leads straight to your driveway. Thank you.